get a pic of like a random hippo.
Yeah, like not even a
Close
hippo
enough.
character, just a real hippo.
Yeah, just like a real hippo. Often Google.
Yeah, just
Honest,
like National Geographic style
that that's
hippo.
Yeah.
What
that's what's
about one of
happening.
those cute little hippos with the big buck teeth, like the little cartoons?
Or
I'm a
like
fan of those.
or like a hungry hippo.
Ooh, yes.
Yes.
These are all great ideas, but I found this really cute picture of a baby pygmy hippo.
I thought you were just about to say a baby pig, and I was like, that's not a hippo at all.
Oh, what the fuck is Avif? I don't need that shit. Sea of Stars, baby hippo.
Let's see if I swap the lights on.
What about the lights?
Echo lights off.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Did you get some?
yeah, it's kind of dark.
Some cool glowy lights.
Echo lights on.
Okay.
Now it's deciding which set of lights to have on.
You gotta get some colored light bulbs. Have like a little rave in your room.
Well, I've got like this like funky lamp thing. I think it's wireless. Or I don't think it has to be plugged in at all times. Oh no, it does. Never mind. We'll just have to plug it in closer to my desk at some point. It's like a little like cube, but it can be like all sort, basically any color, or it could like cycle between colors
I understand.
and shit like that.
Oh god, I didn't even change the Twitch. I'm fucking shambles today. Clearly. Thankfully, it was a Sea of Stars game that I ran last, so it's just the wrong.
Actually, I got the idea.
Sub tag. And also, am I getting a bad? No, everything's good. The Prince.
You haven't really had too many issues since we switched, eh?
No.
Like to Oxio?
The Twitch is saying the bitrate is bad, but it's not true because, like, if I bring up the actual stream, everything is running fine. Not a single drop frame. Everything's good. So just Twitch doesn't know what it's talking about. All right. Everybody can go ahead and add 10 points to your points cards tonight. Is anybody buying charms? Squelch? Buying or banking?
Banking, I think.
Okay. Johnathan?
I'm banking.
Banking? Beef?
Yep.
Banking.
Aelita?
Same here.
Everybody's banking tonight. Okay.
I have so many unused charms. I can't justify getting any more.
You can also trade in charms. Like, you can trade in 3 unused, like 3 charms to roll a new one.
Oh, neat.
Yeah. So if you wanted to gamble and get rid of some old charms to try and roll something more useful, you can do that as well.
I don't think that it's not that these are not useful. I just haven't thought to use them yet or found an opportunity that seems right for them. But I do want to keep these ones, I think.
Okay.
But that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's exactly the boat that I'm in right now with my 3 charms. They're all like good and useful. It's just the right circumstances haven't arose.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to trade charms with each other?
Yeah, I would allow that. I count
Okay.
them as like physical items.
Cool.
Interesting.
That is good to know.
I'll
I'll have
say
to look through
I'm
my
going-
charms. And...
I'm going to say you can't trade used charms. So if you have something that is like 3 of 3 uses and you use one, I'm going to lock you to keeping the charm at that point.
That makes sense.
But if it is a fresh charm, it hasn't been used and you haven't really found a use for it and think somebody else might be able to use it and you guys want to swap or give a charm to somebody else, I would allow that.
Follow-up question, can that happen like in battle? Like if somebody is close to an enemy and I'm like, hey, I've got this charm that I can toss you.
As if it were an item object, like a object interaction, yeah.
Okay, awesome. That's cool. That's good to know.
Yeah. You just can't trade grand charms.
No. That makes sense.
Yeah, 'cause those are like locked in the features, right? They're not necessarily like items.
Yeah. I think at that point, I did want to, originally I was going to change it to like mutations and grand mutations, but
Ooh.
I think the only thing that would count as like mutations would be your grand charms. In the other games, like the fantasy style games, they were explained as tattoos, but here I think they make more sense as mutations.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change
Cool.
the names
Nice.
because
Space radiation.
yeah, it's too much work to change the names of them at that point. But that's just the lore of them now for the space games.
Nice.
Recap. We had left off last week on you had just finished killing the xenomorphs on the Squangies. You decided to search the derelict ship where you found eggs. Trying to destroy them, you kind of just triggered one of them to just like have a facehugger jump out, which jumped onto Johnathan Jimson's face and almost impregnated him. Thankfully, you were able to get him. It was your captain who like kind of like ripped him off of Jonathan's face and lit him on fire and threw him around like a flail until it was dead. You did a little bit of research finding information on the ship's computer. You found out that the ship had come from the Zeta system 2 weeks prior. Aelita had found a pirate symbol on the ship. But you weren't able to find much information in that regard otherwise. On the other ship that was like, it seemed to belong to the royalty that was murdered on the Squangies. You discovered that the ship belonged to a queen that had just brokered peace with another royal family. Ending like a fucking like decades long feud between these two families. You learned that the opposing royal family were referred to as the Spiky Folk, and their king's name was Sagwar, and that they now reside on the planet Shavis, in the Aelita system. The queen who had died, whose body you had found on the Squangies, was Queen Rymora Diamond. She didn't wear a crown, but she wore like a royal gauntlet that unfortunately nobody took. Just left on the body. And you did learn that she did come from the quartz system.
Why did we leave the gauntlet?
Because Aelita wasn't interested in it. Aelita wanted a crown, and when she found out it wasn't a crown, she was like, well, I don't care about it, and then everybody moved on.
Someone else could have taken it. I just wanted a crown. I think I deserve a crown.
You're right, somebody else could have taken
fair.
it, but nobody did.
Oh.
It was.
Well.
I don't have wrists.
It was a short session to rewatch and recap last week, and I'm like, I made a point to note what it was, and you're just like, it's not a crown, I don't want it. And everybody moved on to find other shit. But yeah, Rymora and her people came from the quartz system. You searched the Squangies for additional information and loot. You found the secret sauce recipe, which was, of course, radiation mephit mist, metal elemental saliva, ketchup, mayo, and paprika. You found out that it had an expiration of 50,000 years and may cause radiation poisoning with long-term exposure to regular old beings that don't have radiation resistance. You found out that the kids' meals for the coming week at Squengy's were Squengy's branded instruments like a theremin and an astro sax. You found a storage room with freeze-dried ingredients. Limited edition Elemental Olympics toy set, which JJ grabbed. A Hot Wheels racing ship set, or like a Hot Wheels style racing ship set, I should say. A smartwatch that connects to the ship and communication devices, and a Deck of Illusions special edition with like special edition mechs that Aelita grabbed. I think everybody else just grabbed like plastic like utensils. I know Beef grabbed plastic utensils. And Squelch grabbed dry ingredients like flour and stuff so that he could start his own like black market back alley Squengies.
Yes, assorted Squengies cooking supplies.
You found what would have been like maybe like a captain's quarters for the Squengies or something along those lines. That had like a vaulted door that you had to get a password to get into, and inside that chamber that was locked behind that door was a separate vault. Turrets, a chest, and a mysterious cube. In the chest, Aelita found a blaster. You weren't able to get the vault open in time, though, because JJ got a little curious and touched the cube, which turned out to be a explosive device.
And my thieves' tools roll was awful.
Yeah. The team did manage to get out of the Squenkies just in time as the cube exploded, destroying the vault contents and that Squenkies.
And the gauntlet.
And the gauntlet. And so with that, like, you finished your mission. It has been marked as a success, and you got your rewards for that, but otherwise, you just kind of... Oh, wait, did you get your rewards for that? Was the money deposited into your account? Let me double check. I marked it as a completed quest. One of the things was 15 grand. You got the ship title for the space yacht. And your discount at Squengies, which is already applied. I think if I paid you, I would have put it on your ship. A crown. I don't see 15 grand there. Did I put it on the Crown Prince? No. Oh, we lost Aelita.
No.
Oh wait, where's the Prince? I bet you I put it on the Prince. I did put it on the Prince. You currently have 25,500 credits on the Prince.
Okay.
I'll just wait for Lee to get back.
So, if we had taken the gauntlet, what would we have discovered?
You don't know
Dang it.
what properties that gauntlet had or what importance that had blew up with the Squengies.
Oh, dang it.
You didn't need it to start the Prince or the crown, so it didn't have anything to do with the ship, but if it had any kind of importance, you're shit out of luck.
Yeah, it kind of exploded.
So Johnathan Jimson is going to develop a hoarder mentality now, and it's all your fault.
I gave a substantial clue by mentioning it. If the DM mentions it, it's gotta be important. That's not
Right.
true at all. That's not true at all. I talk so much shit.
That is, yeah.
If you've ever fucking listened to any of Ked's games, you'd know that's not true at all.
Right?
That guy fucks with us so much.
His red herrings have red herrings.
Yeah. We did our last, we were doing like, just like a West Marches Pathfinder campaign on Fridays. And we did our last session on Friday, and it was, we had to fight Count von Monsterrod. That was a vampire, who had kidnapped one of our people, and he had a AK-47, like a magical AK-47. We ended up... Oh.
A magical AK-47. How?
Yeah.
How was it magical?
Everything it hit had, like, life-drinking qualities, so, like, when you took damage, he would heal damage.
Oh, no.
And it was a property of the gun, so once we beat him, my character, Kieran, got to keep the gun. And one of the first things he did was, there was this, like, group of people that we kept coming across where they didn't take money. All they would say was, "Oh, we'll get that for you for a favor." And Kieran thought that was fucking bullshit. And hated these people every time he came across them. And so, like, they came across a minotaur who had fallen for it, and the favor was to watch this fucking well that had a key in it. And there was a secret wall, and as soon as he opened it up, they were right there, and before they could say anything, he just mowed them all down with the AK-47. And now that that's done, we're switching to Cypher. So, like, same campaign setting. It's a Pathfinder campaign setting that he's running in Cypher. It's gonna be awesome.
Count von Monsterrod.
Count von Monsterrod, yep.
That's crazy.
Fighter for American freedom. Is she coming back?
Said she's returning in the
I
chat.
hope so.
Said sorry, be back.
I know she's had... I think she normally uses... I don't know if she's using her own computer or work computer, but I know they've led, like, her, like, changing systems and shit recently, so...
Well, I thought she was using,
There
like,
might
a
be some
laptop
weird
or something.
te-
when she
I
was-
can't remember what she was using, if she was using her own, if it was a work computer or what, but I know they've had her changing systems recently, so if she's using... Hey, there we go.
She's back.
Yay!
I'm sorry, everyone.
Why are you apologizing?
My laptop just decided that it was going to update now, whether I wanted it to or not. So
Okay,
I got
So, so the question still stands, why are you apologizing? You have nothing to apologize for.
because I went poof.
Yeah, but that's a tech gremlin. You didn't deliberately be like, nah, you know what? Fuck this game, I'm out. Like, your computer made that decision for you. You have nothing to apologize for there. Everything is gravy. We were just sitting here shooting the shit anyway. I'm just glad you're back because kind of you were what I wanted to, or who I wanted to ask a question to next before we get started because.
Okay.
Oh, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Of the things you found was a pack of limited edition cards, and I need to know if you opened it.
No, I gave them to our captain.
You gave them to the captain. Okay, so
Yes, I did.
it will be up to Reginald if he decides to open that pack or not. But I did make cards.
Yes.
So
Okay.
I didn't know if I could show them off today or not. I'm gonna add that to his character sheet. Limited. Oh no, that's a cred stick. I need this one. Yeah, who knows what that could be worth. So, you never know if you want to sell it or use it. They're for a widely popular trading card game in the multiverse called Deck of Illusions TCG. So we start where we left off, with the Crown Prince, you guys landing it on, like, in the center of the Ouroboros space station, opposite what appears to be, like, this very regal-looking green, like, fighter ship. You don't see anybody, like, there's nobody, it doesn't appear that there's anybody protecting that ship. There's no security outside of any variety that you can see. And from what you can tell, when you landed, it looked like most of the escape pods, which would normally be, like, attached, they would be attached to the outside ring, and would usually, like, be accompanied by, like, it's like the there and then, like, a separate door that they also use as a way to, like, dock emergency patients. Like, they have separate rooms where they would just bring a patient in. None of those were there, so it means that a lot of people were able to escape in the escape pods. There doesn't appear to be any activity. It seems very quiet, and it looks like there's holes blown out at the top of the center area, and it looks like as if, like, people had, like, blown out holes to climb inside.
Sorry, of the space station or of the ship?
The space station.
Okay.
So, like, in these, like, 4 spots here, they're, like, just black holes, and it looks like maybe there's, like, something, like a climbing, like a ladder or something that is going down inside.
Okay.
Here, I'll mark them. Here. 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 And here. What are you guys doing? You doing any last minute prep on the ship?
Well, we had a long rest between last time and this, right? I believe.
Not really. You guys flew right here. I think I said, like, if you wanted to take a short rest, you could, but if you haven't decided to take that 8 hours of long rest yet, so...
Rest might be ideal then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had thought we had taken a long rest at some point there after the Swingies adventure.
Let me...
But
I could take, like,
I
a
could be
short rest.
mistaken.
I could take watch, because I'm not really that hurt. Like, the quick hour. But, like, if you guys need that other stuff.
Nobody's missing spell slots or anything, so maybe I...
Yeah, I was gonna
let
say
you
I've
guys
got
long
like
rest.
full health and spell slots and everything, so I'm okay.
I might have given you guys a long rest here. It didn't happen last session as far as I remember, but...
Because we fought the alien dogs.
Oh, I
The
think you
captain
made
hit
it...
him with the newspaper,
you
and
might
then we,
have
like, searched the
taken-
rest.
I think you might have taken a rest in between that before you did a search. You guys took a rest before you started searching the ship for the eggs and stuff like that.
I
Oh,
think you are
yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
All right. So then, in that case, I will use my once-a-day casting of mage armor and put that on myself because good to be protected.
Yeah.
Can you just take a moment for me, please, and explain what Squelch looks like in his mage armor?
Yeah, good question. Inquiring minds would like to know.
Well, it's It's not so much visible. It's just like a protective magical force that surrounds you.
His sides just get hard.
I like to
For some
imagine
reason
they're
that
kind
made
of
me
like
really
that,
uncomfortable.
like kind of a crusty Jello thing.
Yeah, that's what I pictured right away. Was that there's the Jello, like when it gets too hard on the edges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Overcooked Jello.
Squelch looks slightly crustier, I guess. You know,
Ooh.
it's the mage armor effect. I've never really thought about it much because in previous editions it specifically said that it's invisible, but I don't think this edition.
But here, I don't care what the
it's
book says. Like, I want your
Yeah.
description. You can flavor
Yeah.
your things whatever way you want.
Like if you want it to be
Yeah.
invisible, fine, but
Does it
that's
look
the
like a
boring
plastic-
answer.
I'll have to put some thought into exactly what I want Squelch's mage armor to look like. I'll give it an appearance. I just need to, you know,
Need to ponder.
think it out a bit.
Hell yeah.
I support this.
One thing, you will be able to like get a reading from the ship, like the captain will, and he'll say, "Oh, there's breathable air out there." Looks like within the ring they have they have like basically like an ozone shield around it so that oxygen can exist in the space.
Okay,
Excellent.
that's helpful.
Trying to think if there's any more prep I want to do or just go to it.
The captain says, "I don't trust that some pirate's not going to come and try and take the ship while we're inside, so I'm going to stay inside."
Okay.
Smart thinking, Captain. Keep it running. It won't be too long.
I think Lee's computer exploded again.
No.
No.
No!
Those tech gremlins.
That one ship, is that the only ship that we can see? Like, or do we see any signs of anyone else that would have arrived not on that ship?
That's the only ship that you see.
Okay. And does it look like a pirate ship? Like you said, it was regal looking, so like
Yeah, it looks like it was.
and it's got all the escape pods, so that doesn't look like something that we would think that you would think would like
Well, so,
have
no,
come here
it's
to
not
attack.
it's not the ship that would have the escape pods. It's the space station that would
Oh, the
normally
space-
have. Yeah,
I misunderstood. I thought you meant the ship had escape pods that were escaped.
no. So the space station itself would like. This is a medical space station.
Okay.
So it has a hatch that's designed to accept a escape pod that is also used as kind of like somebody can connect their ship to the escape pod and transport people through it into the space station. But in the case of an emergency where they have to use the escape pods, they have it as like this little like, instead of just having the ring, it would look like the ring with like a bunch of bolts sticking out of it, and each of those bolts is an escape hatch,
And those have all been used.
and those are all gone.
Okay. Can we hear anything coming from inside?
Not from where you guys are in your ship right now.
Okay.
There's still no sound really in space. You just can breathe out there.
Okay.
So what was this place called again where we're landing?
Ouroboros.
Ouroboros?
Yeah.
Could we try to like contact them with the radio before we try to head in? Like act like we're delivery with Squangies. This is
Wendy's
Squangies.
delivery.
Yes, we're Squangies delivery. We got condiments and forks.
You click on the intercom, and what appears is some kind of like elven creature of some variety. Hold on. You see one of these guys. Who says, "Oh, the station is shut down right now. We don't require anything. You can leave."
Oh, sorry, I think we got the wrong station anyways. Yep. Take it and then I'll do the thing. Like
Okay.
relay that to everybody. That guy doesn't look good.
Yeah, no, that guy was creepy looking. Also, his outfit does not match that green ship over there, so that makes me think he's not from the same ship.
I mean,
All I know about space
enemies
previously is from
aren't
TV and
always
movies.
color coded for our convenience.
They are when I watch them on TV on Earth.
Squelch is
Okay,
blue.
there.
He's not orange or green.
You know, I never thought about it that way. You make a very valid point. Okay. Do we want to
But,
go
you know,
maybe try to
he
check
doesn't-
out that other ship before we dive in to the space station?
Might not be a bad idea.
Quick
That
investigation.
guy's outfit didn't look appropriate for a medical station, anyways.
No. I would not trust that guy to be my doctor.
He seemed suspicious.
Hmm.
Let's try to sneak aboard.
So you're gonna head across and instead try to go into the other ship?
Or at least check it out. Like, see if there's damage to that ship or, like, any signs of tampering with the ship instead of just the space station. Like, basically, I'm curious if this ship came from the pirates or if it was somebody else that, like, the pirates were targeting. But if that's the case...
Well, you're not sure that they're pirates. Your captain just said he was worried in case pirates come, that he was going to stay on the ship. Because space pirates exist.
That's fair. Okay. Well, either way, is this ship, does it belong to the intruders or does it belong to maybe somebody the intruders were targeting?
Give me a perception check on the ship, like when you guys go out towards the ship. Anyone who's going out to investigate it can make a perception check.
Yeah, take a peek, I guess.
I'd definitely be going out, taking a peek.
I
Jesus.
might as well join you all. If I can. If the tech gremlins don't get me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're having a rough one tonight, eh?
I do not know what is happening tonight. Did you say we're doing investigation?
Perception.
Perception. Close enough.
Aelita and Johnathan have enough to see that as you approach, you can see that there are active security turrets, like guns, that are like doing like swivel checks. The ship itself appears to be... This is not a pirate ship. This isn't like, this is some kind of vessel of royalty of some kind. There is a lot of not just sleekness in the design, but there's a lot of extra stuff to it, like how it is painted and like how the metal is crafted to almost look like a crown or something like that. Like there's something about it that gives that air of like royalty, even down to like the emerald green color of it.
Yeah, it's very ornate.
With those perceptions, you're not seeing anything that would give you any kind of specifics as to what kind of species would use a ship like this. But like it is definitely something that it's like it doesn't need physical people for security because the ship itself is its own security. You feel like if you get too close, it will start firing at you.
Okay.
Well,
It's a very large vessel. That's all I
the
can see.
royalty for this ship definitely seems like better royalty than the ship that we stole, borrowed.
We're given. It was a gift to us.
Like 5 times the size as the crown.
Mm-hmm. Whoever that ship belongs to must be really powerful.
I bet they
Or
have
they're
a crown.
compensating for something.
What if we were to take our ship, stack it on that one, so there's 3 ships? No. It's like a Star Destroyer.
It's like the turducken of ships.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Just ships all the way down.
All right.
Oh, wait. Aelita, I lied. You do
Yes.
see something
Ooh.
on the ship that you can read. Nobody else would have recognized it as actual words because it looks very much just like art on the ship. But on over the top part of the hatch, you see that it says it is called the Queen Adelaide Alexandros III. Looks like it's the ship's name.
Okay. I will share this with everyone else.
And it's in Celestial.
And I will also share that.
Oh, wow.
It sounds kind of pretentious to me.
I think it sounds very similar to our ship's name.
The Crown Prince. Very regal, yeah.
Yeah, both very royal.
Mm-hmm. Ours is less
Ours is
pretentious, though,
better.
because it doesn't have the third at the end.
We should have, like, the 6th or something.
I think we only get that if we get more ships.
Says who?
The Crown Prince, Esquire.
Esquire 5000. We could just put numbers on it.
Right? It checks out. It's a
There
very
are no rules
long,
in space.
dignified family line. Many generations. We're kind of a big deal.
Now, question. While all of this is happening, I'm assuming we got out of our ship and, like, started approaching the other ship to, like, get these perception checks of... Now that we're not on our ship, can we hear anything from inside the space station? Like that, now that we're closer.
Roll a perception check.
Oh my. Oh,
I don't hear shit. I don't hear shit.
I meant to give everybody inspiration at the beginning of the game, so you can use the inspiration if you want to reroll. Otherwise, make sure you add it to your character sheet. Brian, you rolled private dice, and I don't like when you roll private dice. You're not allowed to hide dice from me.
No, I was just rolling a d6 for my experimental elixir feature.
being sneaky.
Yeah.
Well, I just didn't want to bug anybody with it. Random D6 roll in the middle of chat. Like, what the fuck's that for?
Jonathan, are
What, you don't want to keep us
Yeah.
guessing?
I like try to help, like listen in. Like I'll see Jonathan trying to listen, and like my arm turns like a little radar dish. Try to help him listen.
Are you listening, or are you trying to help him listen?
Try to help him listen.
Okay, so go ahead and
see,
roll again as if you had advantage.
Okay.
and like put one ear over the one side, even though like he doesn't even have like an ear, just to try to listen.
We just like all like line up our ears like in a row.
Look around.
You walk out like you go to walk over, and walking out of the ship first, like your ears pop. And for a second you can't hear anything, but as the sound starts to come back to you and you're listening, you kind of like listen at the hole, one of the holes in the ground, and you think you hear screaming.
Does it sound like? Can I tell like if it sounds like a lady screaming or a man screaming
Man
or
screaming, and it sounds like a death wail. Like it sounds like somebody who's just been like sliced into.
oh, it doesn't sound good in there. I think
Wilhelm,
somebody
no.
I think somebody might be like dead and or dying down in there. Sounded kind of like the Wilhelm scream, but like much worse.
Dead and or dying.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's victim.
Yeah.
They could be
Tell
having a
Jeff we don't know if
surprise
he's
party
dead or
down
dying.
Hmm?
They could be having a surprise party down there. Maybe they just surprised their friend, and they didn't want anybody interrupting the party. But we should sneak in nonetheless.
We should be very careful with our sneaking, I think is what I'm gleaning from the sounds. It sounds like I'm hearing the sounds that sound like they're sounding down there.
So you think we should sneak in?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
I don't think whoever we meet down there is going to be very friendly based on the screaming.
Well, joke's on them. I'm not very friendly either.
You've been so friendly, Aelita.
But only to people I like, and I don't like many people. I can count as many people as I like on one hand.
Jonathan's ears start turning red from blushing. Aww.
And they all have friendship bracelets, okay?
Yeah. All right. Well, either way, we should sneak in. Is there like a way? You said that there were like ladders in the hole.
Each of the holes has like some kind of like weird. It doesn't look like rope, and it also doesn't look like plastic. It looks like something almost in between. Like it's still slightly loose, but like it's tight enough that it makes the ladder, but it's loose enough that like if you grab onto it and like put some weight onto it, it slacks
There's
a
some
little
give.
bit.
Okay. What do we see if we look down in the hole?
You see light.
Like it's like so bright that that's all you can see, or can like is it like a
maybe-
hallway with like light in
You
it?
think maybe you see like a platform underneath, like if you crawl down and like kind of do like a little drop.
Okay.
The ladders don't reach the ground. They stop at the end of the tunnel. So there is like a little drop.
Would it be easy for me to fly down? How big is this tunnel?
It's like the tunnel itself is person sized.
Okay. So at the end
Feel
of the
like-
tunnel, do we see anything really?
Not right now, not until you get to the bottom of it.
Okay, I'm wondering, should I kind of fly down ahead, and if there's anything hard to get over, I can kind of help people down?
Do all of the holes look like they lead to the same place?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay.
And I feel like Squelch should grow himself like actual proper arms and legs for this.
I picture just like floating, like around us, because we're sitting there.
I can't see a weird blob person really climbing a ladder effectively.
I pictured him expanding to the size of like an actual like gelatinous cube and just kind of like slurping down.
Sliding down, yeah.
I kind
Use
of
it
like
like
that.
Iron
Just
Man
kind of
soul.
slowly slurping down the ladder. I can work.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the sound of that one better, actually. Let's
Yeah.
go with that.
And then
Slowly descending.
instead of worrying about the drop, just turning into almost like a loogie that just kind of like stretches until it hits the bottom.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm going last because I'm not being at the bottom.
I've thought a lot about your physiology, Squelch. It's
Yeah. I definitely do not want to be underneath Squelch when he loogies to the bottom.
Yep.
um
You take your time, Squelch. The party can wait.
if the two of them are at the bottom, I'm not worried about the other two because they can help you safely touch ground without taking damage.
Excellent.
Let me bring you to this map. Because when you get down there, the scene is different than what you might expect. First of all, it's kind of hard for you guys to be stealthy, but there's not much need for it. You drop in, and it appears that you drop in on top of maybe some kind of storage facility in the center of this thing. It looks like there's doors on every single side of it, but they look like they're closed and locked, like they're kind of like a grid door, or not a grid, but like a... It looks like it would slide and interlock. There are, if you look to the west, there are several dead bodies that look like they've been cut through, and sitting in the center where you guys have landed on the top of this thing appears to be a sword.
Huh.
It is sitting point down in the ground, and kind of glows as you all hear a voice that says, "I have been waiting for you. You're late."
Who are you?
I am the guardian of Ouroboros.
And what are we late for?
To rescue the medical station, of course. You took the bounty.
That's fair. We ended up having a bit of a trouble on our way here, but we got here as quick as we could.
Wait, did you place the bounty?
Yes. Once they took the captain, it seemed like the only reasonable choice to ask for outside help.
Of course. Who is they?
Not many of them made themselves known. There is some form of commander. They brought in somebody that appeared to be petrified, and have taken our best scientists hostage in an attempt to I don't know, heal, fix. The main doctor's name is Jason Hyde. The chief medical officer here. His name is Jason Hyde. Most of the people here were able to evacuate. However, there are still people aboard that have been taken prisoner. Normally, the captain wields me. However, When the captain was taken, I had no choice but to make an escape myself.
I mean, I'd ask how you made an escape without any legs, but, you know, pot calling the kettle black and all that.
It says, I am equipped with the ability to move temporarily on my own. However, my charge is diminished.
I'm like kind of looking at him, like analyzing him, left to the right. You can't cut through things on your own.
It looks and it's like it looks over at all the, or it doesn't look. It directs you. It says if you look to the west, you'll see that I already have. But my energy supply is limited when I do not have a connection with someone.
What do you need to have a
Interesting.
connection with someone?
I need only that somebody pick me up.
Can I pick you up?
Sure.
All right, Jonathan's gonna like go ahead and like just like very awkwardly pick it up by the handle and be like,
You reach over and grab onto the sword and pick it up, and it interfaces with you immediately. And you guys watch as Johnathan Jimson's eyes start to go like flicker like a blue, and you almost see like code going across his eyeballs. He with the sword kind of like stands rigid as you are being like downloaded with all this information. The Guardian of Ouroboros is a technological marvel. It is a weapon that has been integrated with the ship itself. It can never leave the ship. It is always bound to it. And if the ship is ever destroyed, the Guardian of Ouroboros would die. Its sole purpose is to protect the ship. By its primary default commands, it works with the captain of the ship. Whatever the captain of the ship is, it would attune to the captain. But it decides the attunement. It can break its attunement at any time. It can work with anybody as long as they have a primary goal to defend the ship. While if you like move over and double click on the weapon that's on the map, you should find like a weapon that you can pick up, like an item that you can take. It's just like an item drop.
We're too
can't
far
move.
off.
Oh, the game is paused.
Game's paused.
Mr. Jimson, be careful.
I'm just a regular human guy.
I'm like looking at the code being printed on. That doesn't look very normal.
That doesn't seem normal to me.
Johnathan Jimson, we're going to immediately attune you to this item.
Nice.
Do.
But I don't know. This is my first sentient sword.
Yeah,
Sentient
I've never done
symbiote
this
sword.
before.
I don't know if there's no.
Yeah, this is
effect
a
on
new one
there.
by me.
Hold on a sec. I need to add the effect here because.
Do you now know sword foo?
I think I might.
Whoa.
Maybe that's what that code was being printed on, was the sword foo.
Oh, this is a cool sword.
It says if
reading
it's a
it.
charge, though, wouldn't it? Are you a battery, Mr. Jimson?
I didn't think I was prior to this, but I think I might be helping. This is a really cool sword.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Okay.
You know, this seems so oddly familiar for some reason.
Because
Knowledge being downloaded into your brain and then a human being you being used as a battery. This would make an excellent movie.
20. And this should be
I've definitely been watching very close as like all the code it's printed on.
Making sure it doesn't start looking like evil code.
Yeah, I'm trying to like study it.
Well, you're
The
reading.
blue code turns red.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and
Yeah.
go ahead and give me an investigation there, Kirby. The code is going by so fast that you're not getting enough of it to understand what it does. But I will explain to you, Johnathan Jimson. You immediately, when you pick up the weapon, like, you know how to wield this weapon, even if you don't know how to wield a great sword normally. You are now proficient in piloting, and you see that the reason that it gives you a proficiency in piloting is because there is a companion piece on some part, like somewhere on the ship, that is a mech that interfaces with the sword. The sword is like the key to being able to pilot the mech. Your strength
That's cool.
your strength is now 20. When you score a critical hit with the sword, you deal an additional 1d12 damage. That is not doubled. Once
My strength is already 20.
it's 20 because the sword is equipped. Because normally your strength is not 20.
Oh, you changed it?
No, it happens when the sword is equipped.
Oh.
As soon as the sword is attuned to you, it changes your strength value to 20.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's built in.
Okay. It's magic. I get it.
Once per turn, when you hit a creature with the Guardian, you can cause plasma to magically erupt from it and deal an extra 3d6 plasma damage to the target. So if you hit with it multiple times, you can apply that effect once per turn. The sword itself also has the dancing ability. You can use the dancing ability as a bonus action to make to make the sword fly off on its own and be able to do like its own attacks as a bonus action attack.
Nice.
And now that you are attuned to it, you have the quality, I am protective of my wielder and always... you understand that it has the property, I am protective of my wielder and always try to encourage and empower them. While you have the sword, it's going to boost you up. It's going to make you feel real good. It's kind of like...
Yeah.
It's a meth weapon.
Yeah.
It makes you feel very godly.
Oh, you guys, I'm gonna like this sword. I can already tell. I feel like Rambo.
What's a Rambo?
Is he another ship captain? A Captain Sarandon?
He's like a lone wolf captain. He shoots guns and is cool and tough. And that's how I feel, but with a sword instead of a gun.
Like a bounty hunter, I see.
We'll go with that. One day I'll find a way to show you Rambo. I think you would like Rambo.
We'll have to watch Alien and Rambo.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you have right now is interdimensional cable, and it's weird.
I'm just picturing some of the random shows from like Rick and Morty and the like alternate dimension television shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Interdimensional cable is canon in my universe.
Fake doors.
Where's part 2? Because the other thing, Johnathan, that I'm going to send to you privately, that nobody else will be able to see, is the interior of the ship.
Oh, so I get like a brain map?
You get you get a brain map.
Sweet.
There you are. Medical interior. Oh, I don't have nitro. No.
No.
I need to figure out a way to get this picture to you.
Do you want me to just come look at it, or
Well,
Send it to the mail. Send it to Raven.
I want
send it over Messenger?
I want you to be able to use it continuously. So Messenger might work. It's because there's a size cap. So give me a second here. We'll see if Messenger works.
Carrier pigeon.
I might just have to like put it on Google Drive and send you like the Google Drive link.
Okay.
We'll see if this works. Facebook might be like, it's too big.
We just operate on the honor system.
There we go.
You can't send it as a personal message through Discord?
It worked on Facebook. Discord has size limits.
Ah, yeah.
Unless you pay for Nitro.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
fuck that.
All right.
It notes that the last time it was the last time it left its mech frame, it was in the mess hall.
In the mess hall.
So, Mr. Guardian, which way did they bring that frozen fella to?
You will find them. There is a private quarter. Normally, it's the like the captain's quarters. Well, not the captain's quarters, but it's like kind of like the captain's office. But it also has like a medical desk because this is a medical station, which is attached to the command center to the north. It says, I was able to open up the western doors for you, but I won't be able to unlock anything else.
Okay.
Well,
What do we need to unlock the other stuff?
You would need direct access to a computer panel and somebody who could hack in. Otherwise, if you can get me to my mech, I can open the rest of the doors. I'll have more power and I'll be connected to the ship.
Okay.
Where's the mech?
The mech is in the mess hall to the east.
Perhaps we venture there first?
I think that's probably a good idea.
Sounds like
go.
a good idea.
it's locked, isn't it?
What do we need to unlock the other doors? Are there like a set of keys or like security badges?
You'd need to connect me to my mech. Or you would need to get to a computer and have somebody be able to hack in.
Okay.
Squelch might be able to hack.
Yeah, if we can find a terminal, I can give it a shot.
One of the four of you has a map in their brain.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. I'm having a hard time. It doesn't let me zoom in a lot.
Why are you looking at it on your phone?
Because I can actually zoom in more on my phone than on my computer.
If you save the image?
That's such a great idea. Oh wow, I'm so zoomed in. Okay.
Mr. Guardian, what is taking so long? Is this software built in like 5084 or something? Come on.
Jonathan's fine now. Once the
general
sword
range.
started talking again, Jonathan's good now.
Yeah.
Buffering.
You'll notice
Okay,
that
alright.
John looks a lot more buff. Like Jonathan's like ripped now. But it's not natural. Like whatever. Like you're not sure if it's nanotech or if it's something that was injected into you when you picked up the sword. But like there's something chemical happening to your body that is making you super ripped when
Computer
normally
math.
you aren't. Yeah.
Space math. It looks like there's like a computer desk with a computer on it just outside of the room we're in right now. Is that what? Am I saying that correctly?
Desk with a computer.
To the west,
To the west.
because we're like right in that room in the center, right? And then
Those
if you
aren't
go to the
those aren't
west-
computer desks. Those are windows.
oh, that's a window.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
On the plus
Never-
side, Jonathan, you look great.
Thank you. I'm just a
Super
regular
swole.
human guy.
Mr. Jimson, you're not looking so normal. You,
I'm sure it's fine. I'm just a regular human guy, you guys. It's fine.
Just a regular human guy empowered by a sentient sword that's part of a space station.
Yeah, a regular, super strong human
Totally
guy. Oh,
everyday occurrence.
yeah.
So
It looks like if we go down the hallway to the south, there's a. Is that a computer in that room at the very south?
room at the very south.
With like the big blue, or is that another window? That's probably another window.
Big blue.
Like the thing that's like against the wall. It looks like there are like wires going to it.
Big blue against the wall. Wires going to it.
So, okay, the room that we're in the middle, and we go all the way down the south corridor. So, like, we're at like 6 o'clock on the clock around the thing,
Yeah.
and then like there's that room, and then there's like a blue thing on the wall, like at the very bottom. It looks like it's got like computer monitors, unless it's another window.
I'm gonna need to come check, cause I don't know what you mean.
We're so good at communication.
I like to think Jonathan is just kind of spacing out, like looking into his own brain for
Yeah,
this
Jonathan
information.
is like, is that a computer? What do the computers look like?
Oh, you have the wrong map.
Well, it's your
Oh,
fault
man.
then.
It's my fault.
That makes a
That
lot more
was-
sense now.
That was better than I could have ever expected.
plot twist.
That's my bad.
It's your fault.
Mr. Guardian, this isn't even the right thing. What did you download?
Sorry, malware.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's actually a computer virus.
Fuck. Space fentanyl.
Hold on, let me.
For a full map pack, please subscribe too.
They're getting pop-ups. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
That's the exterior. Snake bite interior is not it. There's like 3 folders of maps. That's the problem.
That's fair.
Specifically just for this interior, because they gave
That's
me a
wild.
lot to work with. Okay, so yeah, that's a different. I mean, that's a really cool looking fucking interior, though.
Yeah, it wasn't
like-
neat looking. I was looking forward to exploring it.
I like the way that one is built.
Well, I'm gonna check out these bodies while Johnathan Jimson is sorting through the information.
While I try
Yes,
to figure out
agreed.
where there's a computer.
And
I
the
would
path
like
to the west
to
is open,
join
too.
you in the body searching.
See what kind of guys we're looking at here.
Okay, this is the right one.
Must be kind of keeping guard, watching.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Are you sending it over Messenger?
I sent
Oh,
it
there
over
it is.
Messenger, yeah. If you download
just-
that is the right one.
Excellent. My computer's taking a while to get its shit together, but give me a second here.
The closest computers that you see appear to be in service tunnels.
Oh yeah, this is a way different map.
Yeah. Yup.
No wonder you were like, what the fuck is she talking about? Service tunnels.
Looking at the body, go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Ooh, medicine.
I'm good at that, in theory.
I'm not.
This is definitely a dead
That's not
body.
the greatest roll ever.
This is definitely a dead body that has been cut through by a giant sword. They look like, like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, he's dead, Jimson.
Their armor looks kind of futuristic, but still kind of like tribal. When you take the helmet off, you can see that they appear to be like elves. And they're all carrying weapons, but they're not carrying like guns. They're carrying like bows and swords.
Okay.
And the armor that they're wearing are like just standard generic armor. They're not armor that can take mods.
Strange.
Did they say anything about why they were here, Guardian?
The Guardian only knows that they took the chief medical officer with them. Like, they took the chief medical officer hostage. So, the Guardian doesn't know what the affliction is. The Guardian doesn't have any patient data on who was brought in or anybody else. It doesn't have any warning data on them at all. And because they're not registering the medical information in that private chamber, it can't even tell you what they're working on currently.
Okay. Okay, so to get anywhere with this, we need to figure out how to get into the system then. Like hack into the system, right?
Yeah. It can give you information that it knows. There are a lot of warriors aboard, but they're small potatoes. Like they're definitely trained well, but they're not that strong. They did have some kind of like guards, like honor guards, that came with them as well. But there are less of them to deal with. However, there is one of them specifically that is in some kind of specialty mech. Two of them are in a specialty mech. There's that and like whatever captain came in, like a commander. And it can actually show you what their mechs look like.
Okay.
This is what the honor guard looks like.
That's a big bow.
And this is what the commander looks like.
Well, he seems very threatening.
Fancy.
It's cool.
We can take them. All right. Oh.
All right. So, well, if we want to hack into
Shall-
anything, we need to get to the service tunnels because that's where the computers are. What door did the sword say he was able to unlock?
The western doors.
The western door.
So if you need to get to the service tunnels to try and hack in to open up some places, that'll be the easiest because those doors aren't locked.
Okay.
You also think the service tunnels would be the stealthiest way to travel around the ship?
Mm-hmm. The service tunnels, that's like the inner ring, right?
Yeah.
That I'm seeing on this? Okay. So yeah, if we go through this way, you guys, we can get to the service
Sounds
tunnels
good.
down this hall.
I can't see a thing.
Oh, this is all dark.
No,
Yeah.
look.
I've got.
Pretty dark.
I've
in
got a
here.
thing for. I've got a thing for that actually.
Mr.
I'm going
Squelch.
to use of this charm.
So you're glowing.
Mr. Squelch, help me out.
You're
stuck.
glowing in a 30-foot radius.
With this charm, yes.
Sick.
Well, 30-foot bright light and then 30 feet of dim.
Oh wow, that's cool.
There we go. Squelch is lighting shit up.
Thank you, Squelch.
I always think I'm like
This
a
isn't using the use of this. Give me a sec here.
Yeah, you'll have to
Flash.
Yeah, it'll happen
manually
with me.
manually
You have
set
to
it.
switch it. Just switch the one, the breakout to 2 to the 1. I'm kind
we
of
go.
stuck in this body. I fell down. Can
He fell
someone help?
down into a body.
Can someone help me? I'm stuck. Don't leave. It's
Oh,
stuck.
no.
I can't move.
Where are
Can I
you?
use the arrow keys?
This one here.
No,
Oh.
I can't even click myself. There we go. Thank you. Careful when you get close to those bodies.
Do these bodies all look like they're the same, like from the same people, and also were killed by the Guardian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the Guardians,
I'm
like
just gonna try and stay.
I made as much short work with them as with the time that I had.
Excellent. All right, so I believe these doors go to the service tunnels.
Did I show you what the Guardian looks like? Because you would
Yeah.
Okay.
You showed us 2 of them, right?
The mech, right? Yeah.
Well, we saw the 2 bad guys, the mechs.
Oh, you did, but well, Johnathan would have seen the Guardian of Ouroboros as well to see what it's supposed to be hunting, or you're supposed to be looking for.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's a cool mech. You said it was in the mess hall?
It's in the mess hall, yeah.
That's sweet.
That's like the cafeteria.
Sort of. You'll see, like, it's to the like northeast. There's a wall that separates it and the private room, so like there's not a direct door that goes into the private room.
Okay. And you said the private room is where they are holed up?
Yeah, right next to the like the northern command center, you'll see like there's a private room.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. And then the mess hall is next to that, which we have to enter from the other side.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, cool. I'm understanding.
Could you imagine if I fucking sicked you the xenomorphs against you on this map?
I would be so mad.
I thought about it after the fact. Like having secret tunnels that they can crawl through and stuff like that. Like it would have been fucking crazy, but it also would have been like much longer sessions dealing with xenomorphs on here than like a hostage situation.
Yeah. Is this thing the computer?
That's the computer.
All right.
Yeah, too far.
Right now,
All
it appears
right, time to get.
it appears to be on, but in like a standby mode. And it is asking for like a username and password.
Hey, Guardian, what's
Is
the
your brain-
password?
The Guardian's like, it requires specific credentials from crew. I don't have that access information. As a defender, I don't need
Well,
that information.
I guess I better get to hacking.
Yeah.
It's like I would be able to
Come
access
on.
those kind of credentials if I had my mech body.
Okay, so should we maybe see if we can get through to the mech body without hacking into the system first? That's
Uh,
on.
The Guardian says, like, I authorize you. If you find a way to access it, I will give you full authority. You will not be, you won't have to deal with the police in this regard if it was authorized by a Guardian of a space station.
Okay.
If the worry is that he's gonna get in trouble.
I mean, it is good to know that we won't get in trouble. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Squelch, do you want to try hacking? And then if we can't hack in, we can go get the mech?
Let's give it a shot. Ew, that's not the greatest roll ever. I'm actually going to burn my inspiration on that
Sure.
to try it again. Let's try it out again. Come on, better this time.
21's good. It takes you like a couple tries, and like it's about to lock you out when finally you think you manage to get the right kind of like default codes. Where it recognizes you not as medical staff, but maybe as like maintenance staff. You have limited access. You think you can open doors to guest chambers. So you won't be able to open the doors that go to the command center, but you'd be able to open the doors to the south and the east.
Sounds good to me. I'll open what I can.
You're gonna unlock all of them?
Well, what does the group think I should do?
Oh yeah, I'll unlock them all.
Ellie, you're muted.
I believe we need to go to the east to get to the mech suit. I'm not sure. Let me see what we. I'm not sure what we would need at the in the south right now.
Well, since I've got like some temporary credentials in the system, could I still get in that route from another terminal using the
Yeah.
credentials that I've sussed out?
Now that you know the default credentials for maintenance crew, you can use that anywhere.
Okay.
Then how about I just open the east for now to the mech suit, and then if I
Come
need to
back.
at another terminal,
Yeah.
open up the south if I have to.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea because that way, like if there are people patrolling or anything, like it won't alert too many people to our presence or anything like that.
Well, that and it keeps them from having as much free movement in the station as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
There are also hostages aboard.
Do we know where the hostages are?
The Guardian doesn't know the locations. It knows that they were taken to guest quarters, so you're thinking like the guest areas in the south and east will have hostages as well.
Oh, okay.
But the Guardian will note that stealth is probably key here to keeping hostages alive.
Yeah, so we don't want them to know that we're here. We're gonna want to stick into this service tunnel and only open the doors that we need opened.
Sounds good. So just stick with
Sounds
the
like
east
sauce.
ones for now, and then we'll figure it out from there. Because
Sounds good.
that's where the giant mech, or the mech is. And apparently
Yeah.
possibly some hostages. Alright.
Okay.
Sounds good to me. Lead the way, person with map in their brain.
All right. So we're gonna go back down to where we came and then go to the east.
Yeah, because this area down to the west was something. Don't know what was over there, but
Only ever moved that far with one press before. Like across the screen.
That's funny.
Beefy was zooming.
Beefy was like, "Yay, I can see out here."
Pure beef. You guys are like parkour running, jumping up onto the roof of this little thing.
Parkour.
Jonathan's got his arms waving behind him like a Naruto character.
I learned it on TV.
Squelch is just kind of like rolling, oozing over things.
Now, before we open this door, do we hear any sound coming from the other side of it or anything like that?
Roll a perception check.
Good call. Let's take a little listen.
Yeah.
Sounds like a door.
You don't hear anything.
All right.
It's silent on the other side.
Very quiet.
Too quiet.
Shame,
Aelita, do you
shame.
hear anything?
Let's find out if I hear any. If I could click the right thing.
It doesn't sound that it's immediately beyond the door, but with a 19, you do hear... You can't make out the words, but you can make out that further down the hall. It's got to be far. It might even be on multiple doors, but you can hear the faint sound of talking.
Okay, so I reiterate that to everyone. You know, there's a little bit of talking. Maybe it's a little bit further away, though.
Okay.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'm gonna slowly open the door, just a crack, and poke my head through.
You open it a crack and poke your head through, and there's nobody, as far as you can tell, in this room.
Okay.
This, because you have the map, you can see that this is one of those observation chambers between sets of doors.
Yeah. So there's another set over here. Did this one also get unlocked when we unlocked the...
You're not sure if these ones were locked or not. It might have just been the outer doors leading to this one.
Oh, okay.
So
Or, well, sorry, Squelch would know, and he only had to open one set of doors.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's probably just those outer ones leading to this
Okay,
side.
that makes sense.
Beef, what were you gonna ask?
So do we try to talk with them with some etiquette, or do we just shoot on sight?
I think we should
'Cause we
try
kinda-
talking to them.
We kind of know that they're killing people out there, and
You can all hear the faint sound of talking now as well.
I think that maybe whispering, like a lower voice, because hearing them talk.
Yeah.
Can we
I
make
actually
any of the sounds of talking out? Like, can we hear anything that they're
Yeah, can we
saying?
tell like what they're saying?
I'll get a separate perception check here.
Okay.
We could try to negotiate, but
Still sounds like a door.
we can't hear anything.
No.
Except,
Oh.
holy fucking god, Beef!
Well done.
That
The
blew
little
out,
radar dish comes out again.
that blew out my ears. You hear quite clearly Allah, Bihal, Shahar, Miha, Nashu, Mahahash. Relaying that to Johnathan Jimson, who is the only one who understands all languages right now.
Yeah.
You recognize that as Space Elf, and what he is saying is that he has really bad jock itch, and he's hoping that once this is over, he might be able to get one of the medical staff to look at that. And the response from the other person is that that's what happens when you get around with loose people.
So it turns out one of them's a slut. Yeah, good for them. Does it sound like they're on the other side of this door, though? Is that something we established?
on the far end. Like, you can hear their voice echo through the hallway.
Okay.
Speaking another language. They're far away.
All right.
So, can you speak the language even if you can understand it? They speak.
Let me see what the sword says again.
If not, well, this looks like we'll have to just tussle.
If we have to fight them, aim for the jock itch.
we know his weak spot. That's smart thinking.
Sorry, I said Johnathan, but it's actually the sword itself that can speak. It can speak aloud, read, and understand all languages.
Yeah, so the sword would have to translate for us.
But it can telepathically communicate with you.
Okay, so me and the sword can translate.
Yeah.
Yeah, like relayed the information to you. I see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun game of telephone.
We'll have to let the sword do the talking, or let the sword do the talking.
Yeah.
Either way.
Either way, we should. I think we should try to talk first. Like, try to negotiate with them if we run into them on the other side of this door. But if we want to get to the mech, we have to go through this room into the next room and then to the room to the left.
Surely if they wanted help, they didn't have to start killing the people here.
Yeah.
We could try
Yeah,
to.
we
Could try.
Thinking back to the outfits that we saw the other dead space elves wearing, did it look like they had a means to instantaneously alert the others if they see us, like a pager or like a space elf equivalent of like a walkie-talkie or anything like that?
Not that you saw. There was no kind of communication device or anything like that.
Okay. Okay. That's good.
But you also know that sound travels through these doors, so
So they could shout pretty easily and alert.
yeah.
Okay. Well, based on what they were saying, they don't seem like they sound like they might just be like hired goons type of folk. Like they're not very high up on the hierarchy of things in here. So like I think if we do need to just like go in and stealthily take them out real quick.
Squelch. I don't mean to single you out here, honey, but Squelch, Beef, and Aelita, I need you to roll history checks. Johnathan Jimson ain't from around here, but you all are.
Yeah, I don't know shit.
Roll the highest, 20, and then roll the 1 next. That's
Balance.
I'm not gonna use my inspiration for that. Oh,
You're happy not knowing anything.
I think
I don't know.
on a 10 and 11 from Squelch and Aelita, you wouldn't know everything about space elves, but you would know that they work in hierarchies and almost like hives. Like the ships that they travel in are usually it's a queen with maybe there is a king, but it's like the queen is the primary monarch. And it works almost like an ant colony. Like from there are like they have like their honor guard, and then they have their kind of worker bees, and then they have their subjects. So that like space elves are still very much like they have they form relationships. They are still a humanoid society. And I'd say on that 10 and 11 as well, you'd know that they're not known for being this kind of hostile.
That's unusual.
They must be trying to protect someone at the top of their hierarchy then.
Something's prompting them to do it.
Yeah.
Something in the hierarchy or somebody of a criminal, perhaps?
Maybe their queen is sick or something.
Surely if it was hierarchy, they would just let them in. We could talk with them.
Yeah, I mean, it's a medical facility. Maybe someone in their hierarchy, needed medical attention.
Yeah.
Maybe they all
sense.
slept together and they all are suffering.
From the jockey.
no.
Really, really bad space herpes outbreak. Or space chlamydia.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what to say.
I mean, at least one of the elves in there definitely gets around.
The title for this episode is Space Chlamydia.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Space chlamydia changes colors depending on how bad it is.
Ooh.
For some reason, that picture starts out like purple.
That's what I was thinking too.
I also
That's not-
was thinking purple. It's officially purple, you guys.
I'm gonna have to roll all of our characters just know.
The purple space clap.
Oh goodness.
When it's really bad, it starts glowing.
Roll to see if you've got space chlamydia.
Is there like a speaker system or like a sound system in the like a PA system in the hospital?
Yes, there is.
Can we access it with the level of computer clearance we have access to?
Maintenance would be able, if there was an emergency situation on board, they would have access to the PA system.
Can the PA system target specific rooms, or would it be everyone always?
Ooh. I think for general emergencies, it would be everyone always. I think you would need to get a higher...
I've got a quick...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I was just going to say, I've got a quick question. Are these doors, like airtight type things, or is there, like, any...
Between each room? Yeah, they're airtight.
Is there a little gap? Are they, like, the typical, like, space station kind of, like, sliding...
Yeah.
Doors, or...
Are you wondering if you can, like, squeeze your way through gelatinously?
Yeah, because I could squeeze through pretty small spaces, or at least, like, get a view of what's beyond the doors.
Yeah, just, like, squeeze, like, your eyeballs under the crack of the door to see what's in there.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, but, you know.
I was thinking if we could, like, get them on the PA or, like, distract them with the PA system. But if it's going to be everywhere, then that would alert everyone to our presence as opposed to, like...
Yeah, that would eliminate the whole stealthy
Yeah.
Then the hunt is
Yeah.
on.
plan.
Yeah.
I want
No,
that
that wouldn't
outcome.
work as well.
Let me hunt you.
No. I don't want that.
Hey, we're not trapped in here with them. They're trapped in here with Johnathan Jimson being buffed up by a super sword.
Also, I have an idea. Now, this might be a little shenanigan-y, and this might be stupid, but Squelch has a little bit of medical training. Maybe he can win their approval by helping the elf's little itchy problem.
Dr. Squelch.
Convince them that he's a doctor.
And, like, can help with the space clap.
Somebody get me a white coat and a stethoscope.
Do I have, like, Advil or anything in my pocket, just, like, from my earthly items that I might have in my pocket? Can I be like, hey, pretend these are, like, chlamydia pills? I'll even take, like, a pack of Smarties or Rockets. Like, if I have those, I bet they would believe that they were chlamydia pills.
You have something like baby powder. Would you have baby powder for any reason?
All right, Ellie, we've done this before. We're gonna do it again. I need a random
Are we
bullshit roll. I need a 20. You gotta roll a 20 on a random bullshit roll.
Okay, the last time this happened...
I believe in you.
The last time this happened, my character pulled a straight up, like, Billy Bass singing fish out of her ass, okay?
I don't have baby powder, but what I do have is fucking flour.
He does have a lot of flour.
I stole a bunch of dry goods from Squangies.
You did steal dried goods from Squangies.
Johnathan,
Dang,
that is a
I don't
13
have
on a random
rockets
bullshit
or
roll.
Advil.
You reach into your pocket and, like, pull out a receipt that had Advil on it, but then you realize that you left it on the counter. Maybe next time you phase out.
Hopefully.
Oh, I've got plans for when Johnathan phases out. You don't just get to escape roleplay.
Oh, wild. That's next week. I have a comedy show next week, so.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we can use the flour and pretend that is the treatment for the jock itch.
I have a bottle of shampoo. Just say it's ointment.
Hey, we could totally like mix the flour in the shampoo and then like make it look like some sort of weird medical ointment.
Yeah.
Oh God,
All right,
you're
let's
gonna.
do.
Is this a snake oil salesman scam?
To help with
sounds
their
like it.
jackets.
Not a snake oil.
It's
salesman.
to help with
We
their
haven't decided
jackets.
yet. We need to. We need to
Jock
talk to
it.
people first.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
I do
We're-
think mixing the flour and the shampoo together to make the jock itch treatment, to win over their uh willingness to help us, or at least not tell on us for getting through there. I think that's not a bad idea.
Can I add a healing injector to this monstrosity, whatever we're building, to see if it actually fixes crotchage?
You wanna add what? You wanna add like the healing injector liquid into this
Into the
concoction that they're
flour and
making?
shampoo. Yeah, like this just monstrosity.
Oh, this is getting weird, and I like it.
Yeah,
I hope this works.
it's been weird.
So glad that you guys took my suggestion and just made it so much better.
Oh, I'm gonna
It,
make this.
it was
one
a
step
great
further.
idea, honestly.
Because turmeric is said to help with inflammation. So I'm going to use my Heward's Handy Spice Pouch to take out a couple of pinches of turmeric to add to the mixture.
Okay, I need everyone. I need the whole group to roll science. This is going to be a group science check. Um, Brian,
Science.
you're going to get advantage on your roll.
Sounds good. I mean, I'm an alchemist, so this shit is right up my alley.
We just stop in the middle of the hallway. Wow. The one bounced.
I thought you guys were gonna like silently take them down, not break bad.
I mean, this is just an option. We're gonna,
Yeah, we're seeing.
we're just being prepared.
You mix the shampoo lotion into the powder and squish it together in the bag. And then you take the fucking injector and just inject it into the mixture and just kind of roll it into dough. And to test it, how do you test it to see if it does anything?
Anyone got any itches?
Don't forget the turmeric.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
sprinkle.
the turmeric is
Oh, yeah.
important.
You put a couple handfuls of turmeric in there. It gives it like kind of like a brown
Some
sheen.
pinches in it. Yeah. Gives it some color, Totally looks like medicine, right?
Do we have a nice bottle? Does anyone have a nice little bottle? Just to make it look more official.
True.
I just keep pulling things out, like this robot arm just keeps shooting out bottles, and I got this water bottle container. No one else has anything?
That could work.
I have a glass elf ear. Why do I have that?
I think it was one of your weird starting items.
Oh, I
All
got
right.
something that looks kind of appropriate. Let me. Give me 1 second here. You know what? I probably have some empty glass vials. I have a travel alchemist's kit.
Oh, there you go.
Perfect.
It looks all fancy. Just a plain
Yep.
bottle. I like it.
Yeah, probably like a little jar with like a cork lid.
Perfect.
Yeah. Perfect. That'll do nicely. Now, if only we had a label maker. Anyway, no time.
Dr. Squelch is coming in to cure the itch. And does that make us all like nurses?
I think so.
Oh, it's assistants.
Squelch is gonna like shape himself to be like more humanoid. Actually, give himself like
Yeah,
vaguely like
are you guys doing
head,
any
more
arm, and
doctor
leg
shape?
shaped things.
I think none of you look very much like medical staff right now.
He's still
I
a
wish
weird
we had some sort of.
greenish blob person, but you know, at least he's now kind
We
of
don't
a
see
human-like shape.
anywhere we can find like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let me check the map
Scrubs.
for like a linen closet.
Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be one close by.
I need to also refer to the map. No, to get to the closest one, you have to go through these doors.
Yeah. Yeah, so we gotta convince these folks regardless, I think. But without getting some new scrubs, unfortunately.
Well, we got what we got.
I think the only way to do it now is to try.
I agree.
I am gonna make sure that my healer's kit is like out and like in clear view of the people. It's like yep, my like doctor's bag thing.
What if
Totally a
what
doctor.
if what if two of us go in also talking about jock itch? And then before they can interrupt us and be like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" Dr. Squelch and an assistant come in behind us and be like, "We heard you have jock itch. We can help you with that." Because if we just come in here being like, "Hey, we were overhearing you," that's suspicious. But if it's us, that's like, like, does that make sense? Kind of
We could
like
in-
stage it so that way
I could see that.
they don't think we were spying on them.
A
We could
little extra
inquire.
trickery.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
just crazy enough to work.
Who's got the itch?
I'm gonna say probably not the robot.
It could be crotch rust.
Got crotch rust.
And it's a little,
I can say that I have the itch. I've got an 18 charisma, so like that would be helpful with convincing them.
Perfect.
Yeah, that'll definitely help make up for my 8 charisma.
All right. Who's coming in with me?
Well, me obviously. Dr. Squelch needs to be present.
Yeah. But am I telling you that I have the jock itch, Dr. Squelch?
Could be. We could be having a discussion about your, medical issue, and I have this wonderful new analgesic that will do wonders for that
Perfect.
sensitive area.
Perfect. Okay. All right, are we ready other than that?
I'm so ready.
All right.
I've been waiting all of my life for this. I love
right.
those hospital shows.
All right, so let's go in and I'll
All right.
All right. So I'm going to open the door, and as I walk in, I'm going to be like, "Thank you for seeing me today, Dr. Squelch. I've been having the worst jock itch, It is so bad. You know, on my quest to cross the universe for finding my true love, I've had to get tested by a lot of probes, and it's caused some itching. So I'm
Mahenge!
just wondering, doctor, if you have anything.
Mahenge! Saka!
Yes.
Saka!
Yes, that's
Saka!
a very common problem.
You watch
Okay.
as you're approaching, you're hearing them yelling, and one of them like approaching and yelling in the background. Mahenge! Saka! Saka!
What does that
I'm
mean?
gonna lean to him.
You're translating.
I don't know.
You're hearing. Who is that? Stop! Stop!
Okay.
Squelch doesn't know what he's saying, but he's gonna yell back, "Excuse me a moment, I'm talking to a patient." And then he turns back to Jimson, ignoring the two angry-looking space elves.
Alita's gonna say, the doctor can see you in a moment, okay? Settle down. Other people have been waiting.
Can I use the sword to help me translate so I can tell them in their language? Oh, I'm so sorry. I just have an appointment with my doctor today. You know, awful jock itch. I've been seeing a lot of people. You know how it is, and so like I would like all of this to be like basically I would like to know how to say that in their language and be able to just like say it same cadence and everything.
They look at all of you and look down at Squelch with like the little med pack and everything. The one turns to the other and looks to you and says, I need you to roll deception for me. Roll
All of us?
No, just Johnathan Jimson, and I need it with advantage here.
Okay.
23. Did you mention the jock itch?
Yeah.
The one looks at the other and looks over and says, does he have something for that?
I think so. I was just talking to him about it. He was about to tell me how to help. Why? Did you need some help with that too?
The other one kind of approaches and like looks over at the other one and kind of like gets him to lower his bow. He's like, I might be not me, but like I know somebody who is dealing with something like that. What's this doctor got?
Dr. Squelch, what was the treatment for jock itch you were gonna give me?
Well, our pharmaceutical rep has just brought us very recently this new analgesic. It's supposed to be wonderful for that condition.
Oh, beautiful. Is it
As he pulls
Dr.
out the
Squelch
file
is
that
itch
the
be gone?
stuff that we mixed up.
That's
a good a name as any.
This warrior walks over and like snatches the jar from your hand, and then like the guy raises his bow again. He's like, I'm confiscating this, follow me.
Wait, where are we going?
They're going to lead you to the end of the hall. They bang on the door, open one of them, and you see that there's another like guard on the other side. You hear them say in their language, it looks like some late arrivals that don't know what's going on. There is a doctor there. Put them with the rest.
Wait, what's happening?
Enter through these doors. And thanks for the cream.
Yes, it's a wonderful new product called Nomoritazole.
Okay, what do we see when we get in here?
So this is one of the guest quarters. Looks like it's being guarded by a couple of these guards, but there are some people in the room here. What appears to be like two like just regular medical officers, and a peculiar looking old lady.
Okay. Is it just these two guards that are in here, or is there anyone else in the room
Just
that we
the
can
two,
see?
just the two guards in here.
I'm gonna go talk to them. Hey guys, he said we didn't know what was going on. What's happening? I was just here for a jock itch appointment. You know how it is.
One looks and says, "Do not speak. Go sit down."
Oh,
B3, we're just gonna go sit down. Good day. Like, just goes.
can we speak to each other at least?
Looks and says, "I don't care," in his language. It's like, I'm surprised you can even speak to me.
I would
Um,
like to sit next to the old lady and compliment her outfit.
The lady looks down and says, "Oh, I thank you. I like your look too."
Thank you so much. You're so sweet.
Says, "I see you've been captured as well."
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening.
Oh, they brought somebody aboard not too long ago. Some kind of petrified lady. She looked like she was made of stone. There's a lot of ruckus and yelling. They brought in like a couple of these big old robots, and most people who were in their offices escaped, but I was in the middle of a appointment with the medical officer, Jason.
I'm very sorry to hear that it got cut short on you.
Oh, these things happen. She kind of looks down. She's like, "You don't look like the regular sort that comes through here."
Well, a friend of mine was having a medical issue that he is far too open about.
Also, one thing to note, like, you were walking around with the sword as a sword. As you approached and were trying to be stealthy, the sword went invisible and got, like, you feel like it almost got smaller, like, lighter in your hand.
Nice. That's cool. I was just wondering about that. I was like, do I just like have this sword out, or like while we're having this? Okay.
No, it's
I'm
almost in,
glad
like, a
that it-
camouflage mode right now.
Beautiful. Okay. If I approach these doors to the north of the room, do the guards take notice or react in any way?
Yeah, they'll immediately raise their bow and be like, "You don't need to go that way. You can stay in this room."
Oh, sorry, my bad. I was just looking around.
And again, they're speaking in the space elf, so, like, that's, like, to everybody
It's
else,
weird
it's
to
just,
them that I'm
yeah.
responding.
Yeah.
All right.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go sit down and pretend to like just like curl up and take a nap somewhere within earshot of the guards. And see if I can just like eavesdrop on any conversations that they're having with themselves.
These two aren't conversing. They seem a lot more serious than the two that are in the hallway. Like, they're not speaking, their eyes are on swivels where they're watching at all times, and particularly, they seem to be keeping an eye on this old lady.
Ooh.
Are they in the same uniform as the other guards, or are they
Yeah, they are also
yeah
just, like,
the exact
wearing
same?
these.
Like,
Yep.
there's no difference in like a patch that would denote that they're of a higher.
No, these guys
Okay.
seem to be the same rank.
Do any of them look a little uncomfortable or itchy? Kind of squirmy?
No, just the one in the hallway.
Okay, so we don't have any weaknesses on these guys yet.
Hmm.
Guild looks down and says, "So you're a doctor, huh?"
I'm definitely in the medical profession, yes.
Oh, I see. My name's Gilda Thorne. I couldn't see the officer about my issue, but maybe you can do something about it. And she removes this cover over her hand, and there is no skin. It is just like a robotic, like bone structure, and it appears that there's like big cracks in it.
Huh. Some sort of like cybernetics or something like that, or
Yeah. It's like, can you fix this so my skin will grow back?
I'm gonna attempt to figure out exactly how I think this works.
I'd let you roll a medicine here or a mechanics.
I'm gonna go medicine then for this one.
Holy fuck.
Fuck yeah.
What this appears to be is a high-grade prosthetic. It appears that when it's not all cracked and weird like that and is whole, it excretes like this kind of like second skin that grows into look like regular skin.
Wait, it's just cracked right now. It's like
So
all
it's
component.
It's like splintered up the hand and up the fingers, like these large cracks that go into the inner mechanism of it.
But it doesn't seem to be missing anything. It's just cracked, right?
As far as you can tell.
Perfect. I am going to use an ability of my all-purpose tool +1. As an action, you could focus on the tool to channel your creative forces. Choose a cantrip that you don't know from any class list. For 8 hours, you can cast it as if it's an artificer cantrip for you. I am going to use that to acquire the mending cantrip.
Ooh.
Since this is a prosthetic, it is an item, technically, and should be able to be affected by the mending spell.
Yeah. You, especially with understanding the inner workings of how this works, just by looking at it from a medical standpoint, you're able to mend it and seal everything so it forms together again, and you get rid of all that splintering. And as you do, you watch as, like, almost instantaneously, it almost looks like layered candle wax as it start, like, you know, like if you go to like a Ripley's in Niagara Falls, you can get like the wax hands made. It's like that, but it looks like layers of that, like starting to form so that it's thicker and thicker until it forms like a hand without fingerprints.
Okay.
You watch as she kind of stretches it and stretches the fingers, and like kind of you hear not cracks, but it's almost like the joints are kind of like getting rid of like a rust almost as they kind of like click, and she moves the hand. She's like, "Wow, that feels much better, Doctor. Thank you."
Oh, my pleasure, my dear. Happy to help.
She's like, "Well, now that that's solved, she looks over at the officers, or at the like the medical officers, and she's like, "You want to help me get these ladies out of here?"
That's the plan.
She's like, that plan works for me then. And she holds out her hand, and in this like glow of light, this really cool like cybernetic hammer like just appears out of nowhere that she like grips as it appears into like it pops into the air. She like grabs and wields it with two hands, and she's like, "Can't do that with a cracked hand."
No, it seems like that would have probably been an issue.
The guards look up and they raise their bows and start yelling in that language. Johnathan, you're hearing like, "Put that down! Stop right now!" And they start to raise their bows.
I'm ready to light them up.
Let's roll an initiative then.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember how to roll initiative. Come on.
So if you look on the side, the little tabs, the cross swords, if you click on that one, you can
yes.
just click the dice beside your character.
Amazing. Thank you.
You can also do it from your character sheet if you have your character sheet open. It's the any stat at the top to the very right.
Number 13.
Gilda stands up, gives you all a little smirk. We'll start this off slow. She is going to reach out so that she's pointing at both of these elves, and as she does, she's gonna cast spiritual weapon. Which apparently missed, but I need a spiritual weapon. Utility tokens. It doesn't hit, but what it is, it's not a sword. It looks just like the hammer that just appeared in her hand, but in a spectral form instead of like a kind of like a cybernetic form. Oh, no. She can move 25 feet, so she's gonna move up here. And she's just gonna kind of goad them. She's gonna be like, alright, come get some. This medical officer is going to pull out a stun baton and kind of just, like, get her back. She'll be like, alright, Gilda, I've got you. She got spells. Yeah. She'll cast Aid. And give 5 temporary hit points to Gilda, Squelch, and Aelita.
Why, thank you.
Aelita, it's your turn.
Okay, so I have Starlight Step, which as a bonus action, I can magically teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's 30?
6 squares.
6?
Yeah, each square is 5 feet.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can do it equal to your proficiency bonus. So right now you can do it 2 times per long rest.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to get up closer to them. I would like to Starlight Step.
Yep.
See, I want to just Starlight Step behind them and then stab them with my lightsaber, but they're a little bit far right now.
You can still do that because you still get your movement. That's a bonus action for that to do that. So you still get your movement, your 30 feet of movement to move wherever you like.
So I'd like to move up, then Starlight Step, and while they're not paying attention, I want to give them an old stabby with the lightsaber.
Nice.
There we go. Swing.
Solid plan.
Okay. Do this.
I'm afraid 11 is not a hit.
Inspiration, I would like to redo it.
Inspiration, you can re-roll.
Yes, please.
$18 will hit.
Ellie.
Be stabby.
Go ahead, roll your damage.
A mouse.
What?
I need a mouse so I can, like, do this easier.
Yeah, 100%. That's 10 damage. Ouch.
Nice.
Did that, like, kind of sneak up on him by any chance? Like,
Are you trying to get
Maybe.
sneak attack here?
maybe?
Well, normally you don't have sneak attack as an ability.
I know.
Sounds like somebody needs to dip rogue.
Yeah. I do like where your head's at, though.
I wanted to try. It was worth a shot. Okay. I think that'll be all for me.
Well, originally it was gonna fire an arrow at Gilda, but you've changed its plans as it like drops its bow and pulls its sword. As you're like engaging it in a sword fight, and it's gonna swing at you.
That's fair. I did start this.
That's not a hit.
Right. I'm very, very,
Nimble.
Yes, that's the word.
The second does hit for 2 damage. All right, now just swinging with one hand. Sherman.
I'm gonna move up 30 feet this way. Kind of right up to him. Like, you see his hand start to morph like the nano machines and his arm, the machinery. Kind of like these blue shields that pop out of his arm. I'm gonna guard. Where's it? I have it all. There it is. Like he has like both of his arms forward and like this big blue shield now with both of the 2 shields together, and that's my turn.
Okay. Well, that's just like you can take the ready action to move up to your speed, and when you do, you can try to shove a creature in the same action.
Oh, that wasn't what I was looking at. Where is it? Must have just read that wrong.
Well, and if it provokes an attack of opportunity, you can try to shove it.
Maybe I just misread. I'll read it over. I'll try this ability here then. Like I'll run the 30 feet over.
And try to like slam him into the wall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. There you go.
Okay.
When you successfully shove a creature, so it's still an opposed
Oh.
athletics check.
Okay.
Has to beat an 8. And it crits.
Nice. Just like show him around. That's my turn.
It like turns and like you go to like shove with your shield and it blocks with its sword and just like kind of like pushes you back. And then like turns to you, Aelita, with like this determined look in its eye. Squelch.
Well then.
Let's see. Squelch is going to. How far is this? I am gonna. Squelch is going to take out a jar from his belongings and let out a single lightning fly. On the guy to the south, the lowly astral elf warrior. So make me a dex save as I let this little lightning fly out of this jar.
This innocent little lightning fly. How many are in? How many do you have right now?
There's 7 in the jar total. I'm just letting out 1.
Okay. Makes it with a 16.
Okay, so
it takes half, right?
let's save. So it takes half. Yeah. So roll.
Okay, so 12 damage. You shock it. It doesn't like that.
Yeah. And as my movement, I'm gonna move up a bit with my allies.
Rainy medical officer. It's gonna get close behind you. It's gonna reach out and touch you and give you resistance.
I do like having resistance.
So once before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one saving throw of its choice. And that's
Excellent.
what she is concentrating on. Johnathan, Jimson. You're muted.
So Mr. Jimson, just a regular human guy, was pretending to nap on the couch. He's gonna spring into action with the power of space meth. And
The Guardian reappears in your hand, like full size.
yeah, and I'm gonna run up next to Sherman M. Beefy and just swing at the lousy astral elf warrior with the Guardian.
$12 is not a hit.
I'm going to use my inspiration and swing my Guardian.
That's a hit for sure. 23 hits.
Ew.
You can throw plasma damage on top of that as well.
Oh, what do I do for that?
You just roll another 3d6.
3d6?
Yeah. Yeah, this weapon is nuts.
Yeah, you've got the super OP board sword of badassery
So
here.
it's 17 damage plus 15 damage?
Yeah.
I'm just a regular human guy.
It is a two-handed weapon, so like you hold on to the handle and there's almost like a secondary handle built into the bottom where like when you swing it together it gives you much more force, and as you make contact you watch as the tip of the blade charges up with this like intense blue glow and then like almost explodes outwards as it cuts into it, like just doing the extra damage. That was 32 damage, if my math is correct.
Yeah.
You cleave through this thing like its chest has a visible slash wound in it, but you've also cauterized that wound immediately with the heat of the plasma from the blade. And this thing is screaming under his mask. Lowly Astral Elf hits the button to open the hatch doors to add these guys into the combat.
That makes sense. I was gonna say if the jock itch guys didn't know about this attack before, they know now.
That's the first round. At the top of the order, it is Uncooked, who you watch. It's his pants are kind of loose and the jar is open, and he's got like the jar in one hand and the cream in the other. And he looks over at the other guy and he's like, shit. It's like, he's gonna take his turn basically corking the jar, pulling his pants up, and pulling his weapon out. That's his whole turn.
I was
We
severely
should've-
hoping he was going to leave his pants down because I had a fucking amazing idea if he did.
We totally should have spiked that with something other than a healing injector.
Right?
He
We
do-
could have used.
You do hear him yell out in
That
space.
could have been acid.
You hear him yelling out in Space Elf. It is working though.
Amazing.
The health potion is helping to actually get rid of that was the property you needed to fix this jock itch. It's helping.
Maybe we need to market this. We'll
Yeah.
talk
I'm
about
gonna
that
give the guy
later.
a blobby thumbs up before we murder him and his friends.
Gilda takes the maul, is gonna smack this Astral Elf twice. First hits. That's 7. Second attack. That's a hit. And then she's going to reach out, and the spiritual weapon is going to take an attack. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against the creature, so it should still be a melee spell attack. Why did it roll as a ranged attack, then? Attack type, melee spell. Let's assume that fixes things. Don't consume the spell slot. Oh, the spiritual weapon misses. This Astral Elf is going to pull out his bow. He's going to back up and he's going to fire a shot at you, Aelita. As you're as you're swinging the lightsaber around. Hits you for 19. That
Not
is
now.
6 piercing and 13 radiant.
My system is very frozen right now. Again.
Oh shit.
I do not know what is happening today.
That's okay. I can apply the damage for you. He's gonna fire the second shot at Beefy, just so that he can get some equal damage out for this guard. And he's gonna miss you, Beef. As it just like bounces off your shield. This one right here is gonna stick with Gilda And is gonna attack a couple times. Attack once with the stun baton. And misses. Aelita, is your computer still doing the thing?
I'm still very much frozen. Yes.
Okay.
Come on. Why? Why is it like this today?
Yeah, you're dealing with the mad tech gremlins.
It is never this bad. I had that one incident in, I think, that very first game. It's fine after that, and now today it's just been really bad.
The tech gremlins thirst for blood.
They do, and apparently I have a lot of blood to give. I don't know what's happening here.
Well,
So,
oh,
since I'm so close, I would be attacking with my lightsaber if I could.
I could roll it for you.
Yes, please.
I got you. That is a miss.
Oh, great. I'm just flailing it around.
It was a 9. Are you doing any? Would you be doing anything else? Like, would you use a healing injector as a bonus action?
How much damage did I take before? 16?
You're at 17.
17? Yeah, I potentially would do that just to keep myself up.
Okay, we'll use one of these. You heal for 8.
Oh.
The lousy Astral Elf that's just getting fucking gang beat over here.
He's not having a good time.
He's gonna, like, he's surrounded here. Let's roll.
Oh no, why did that get very big?
Oh god. He's gonna swing at you, Johnathan Jimson. $14? 14 hits, yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 12 AC.
You take 3 damage. Sorry, no, he's wielding it with 2 hands now. That should be it should have been 1d10 plus 1, so I'm actually just gonna re-roll that. 1d10 plus 1 plus 3d6, because when he wields it with 2 hands, you watch as it erupts into this like brilliant like white glow. So that is 21 damage. That's 9 slashing and 11 radiant.
Okay. That's fine. I still have 44 health.
He's gonna go for Beefy for the second attack. And miss. As he slashes against the shield. And now he's also going to risk an attack of opportunity as he tries to back into the hallway. Johnathan, do you use your reaction to take an attack of opportunity?
Oh, that's up to me? Yeah, I do.
You, Beef, and Aelita will all get a chance.
What a fool. Gonna jab him with my sword again.
That is a miss. Beef.
Dang.
Are you going to use an attack of opportunity to shove him?
I'm trying to roll the shield as an attack. I tried to do it earlier, but it's not letting me.
Oh, we might have to make like a specific attack for your shield.
It says improvised weapon.
Yeah.
Plus 1d. So I'll be trying to attack him and grab him, yeah, for sure.
You're
I
gonna
don't
try.
know. Strike.
You're gonna try to attack and grapple him.
We'll attack him. Yeah.
Yeah, roll your unarmed strike.
Use it for now.
And then the damage is 1d6 plus your strength mod.
Didn't work there.
Or if you're trying to grapple him, then that replaces the damage.
Did those rolls work, or it's not working?
I don't know. Did you click attack and hit roll?
Yeah. Oh, there it goes.
There you go. So if you're trying to grapple him, he'll need like it'll be an opposed athletics for him to try and get out eventually. But right now you've successfully grabbed onto him.
For the bonus action, I'm going to try to push him, like shove him.
Yep.
One of the abilities I have.
So
thought I threw it up.
that is an opposed athletics.
Yeah.
He rolls a 13. You roll a 9.
That's tough. I'm gonna.
You do still have inspo.
This little thing's gonna pop out of his shoulder. He sees like the shields ain't gonna work. He's gonna separate them, and like this little shield, this little flamethrower is gonna pop out of his shoulder. I don't know. None of them will have the attack. It's just like.
You already used your action,
No. I used the. It's a bonus action I can shove.
but you used your action to grapple him, didn't you?
Oh, like, for that reaction there. Yeah. Okay, we can say yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, that was a reaction. You used your reaction to grapple him. It's not even your turn yet. That's why. Aelita, you go ahead and roll your attack of opportunity, because he was
Sorry
trying to
about that.
move away.
I get an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, he was trying to move away from everybody.
Oh goodness, okay. It's loading. I
Okay.
hope.
Okay. Sherman just like grabbed
We
hold of
hope.
him.
Okay.
And you and Johnathan
Come on.
Jimson swung swords at him, I'm assuming.
Yes. Oh, you can do it, laptop. What is wrong with you? Everything is just not loading yet.
No worries. You want me to just roll the attack again?
Yes, please.
That's a crit.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
He's lucked out
yay.
that day.
11 damage. He's not dead yet. He's hanging on by a thread, though. You keep hitting him with these weapons that, like, fucking, like, cauterize the wounds, so they're not, like, letting him bleed out. Sherman, now it's your turn.
Okay, yeah. We'll say like the shove. I try to like push him, then like for bonus action.
Yeah, we'll
And I
keep
don't know
that
what
as
the-
is, and then as your action, you pull out this fucking cannon blaster.
Have to roll a dexterity saving throw first.
In a 10-foot cone.
Be like straightforward.
Dexterity save. I mean, he still takes damage on a fail. Roll your damage.
There's no like damage thing for it.
Yeah,
Roll
you're
D10.
gonna have to roll it independently. We're
So,
gonna have to.
for the times I've used it, so D10 plus 1.
Oh, well, roll the damage first. The damage is 46.
Oh, okay. To go through and fix it after.
So he's dead. He's very, very dead.
Yeah, I like smack it a few times to like try to just burn him a little bit, but it like fries him up. I'm like, oh my goodness, and then that's my turn.
Roll a d10.
That's what it was. D10 plus 1.
It doesn't explode.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
Hell yeah. And just grab this thing and then fucking light him on fire with a fucking flamethrower shoulder cannon. You're fucking scary. That's nuts. Yeah, go ahead and pass the turn. And while Squelch is doing his thing, I'll see if I can fix this pyro converger.
Alright, well, Squelch is going to use a Charm of Accuracy usage to get a plus 10 on this next roll. As I cast... Ray of Sickness on Lowly Astral Elf Warrior. Dr. Squelch is going to make this guy a little sick. Alright, so... This... Situational bonus. Not that I needed it. Oh, why did it do it twice? That's weird.
44.
Should only be 34. For some reason, it added the plus 10 twice.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm having a 44
Yeah.
AC.
Yeah. But yes, this was a 34 to hit. I'm just assume that probably hit.
34 hits for sure.
For 12 points of poison damage.
And it was on Lousy? Or not Lousy, Lowly?
Yeah, Lowly. And he has to make a con save.
That's a fail.
Alright, so he is also poisoned until the end of my next turn.
That's pretty fucked up. How you just gonna poison my guys, Brian?
That's how I roll.
You squelchy motherfucker.
Yup.
Um.
As a physician, I can give life and I can take it away, damn it.
DC. DC is a flat 13. Dexterity. Half damage. And it's 4 D6 fire. Okay, Kirby, we'll test your thing in a second here. Actually, test it for me now. See if it works now. There we go. Now it prompts a saving throw, and there should be a damage die. Yes. Wonderful.
Sweet. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I got you. This little lady over here is also going to run over and try and tase this guy, who's already having a terrible day. Hits. Oh, no. He should be at... There we go. And he has to make another con save, and I think it's disadvantage here. He is stunned. Just put that. He's not blurred, but he is stunned. Johnathan.
All right. So I'm going to. I see that the lowly guy is already dealing with a lot, so I'm going to run into this next room and take a swing at the game Astral Elf Warrior.
That is a miss.
Dang.
As it like deflects your giant sword with its sword. It says in the Space Elf language, I thought you were I thought you're just doctors. I thought you were helping us.
I'm gonna say back, well, that was until you guys started attacking while we were in the room. Just like fully gaslighting him about what happened.
Doing anything else?
I was just checking to see if there is anything else I can do.
Healing injector.
Yeah, I was just about to. Yeah, I'm gonna jab myself with a healing injector. See if I can get back some of those points.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
Excellent. Alright, and then that's my turn.
You pass the turn. That the lowly astral elf just got fucking tased, and is stunned right now. At the top of the order, that's where we're going to end session for tonight. We'll pick right back up where we left off. Oh. Okay. Yeah, because Johnathan Jimson phases out next week.
And the captain will like comes crashing in.
Yeah. So I'll figure that out what happens next week. But yeah, that's it for now. For anybody tuning in on the YouTube or watching at home right now, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next week. We love every single one of you. Hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, power to the players. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.